right, if you remember, I didn't ever polish that lens up. I did just get a new one, just came in. Let's swap that out. The longer it sits there, the more chance it has that I'm going to destroy that beautiful finish. And I also had one of the little lights that was broken in it, so I ordered 2 new ones, so those are going to go in there with it as well. And I should really brighten up the front end of this again. So for now, see, and that's why I ordered a new one. So I'm gonna pull the wires out. Once I get the wires out, I believe everything should pop out the front now. So we got some stuff here. When I did it before, I actually just took the whole thing out so I could see what was going on with it here. But I believe I gotta push that down and out. Push. Alright, that's on its way. That's on its way. Alright, and now over here, another tab. Squeeze this down and push it out. There we go. And then that one. And now we should be able to take it out. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright. Now that we've got that out, we'll take this, which as you can see looks like booty. Now we've got this lens that actually is pretty darn good looking. Still, because I did polish it up. Not pristine, but I did polish it. And it might be able to go for another polish at some point in its future. We'll see. Once I get the whole thing done, we'll do enough to make it look good together. So now that goes there. And this whole unit just snaps right in. So let's get that pushed in there. Line these brackets up on the side. Or brackets, these little clips, I should say. And now it should just be to pop it in. Oop. Alright. And there we go. New one's in. Look at that. That brightened it up a bit. That looks sharp now. Alright, now let's change out these little sockets. So open the case. Open the bag. So fresh and so clean, clean. Now if you look, they just plug right in on here. So we'll want to do the same. So black on top. I guess first let's pull this just because it's gonna be a pain. I don't want to break these. Carefully set it down. All right, now let's. There's one. And there's two. Black on top, so little one goes there. Big one goes there. Whoops. Yeah, so you gotta be careful with this, huh? Oh yeah, faux show. Alright, now we'll take these bulbs. Just have a million LEDs on them. I got them off of Amazon. I haven't seen how bright they are, but they're the right socket, so they should theoretically work. Push it in and turn it, and there you go. There's one. Then you just pop it in, give it a little rotate to click. This wire snaps down here in the center again. And installed. All right, look at that. Much better. Oh yeah, she's looking sharp now, huh? Might actually keep the buckets. I might be able to do something fun with them, we'll see. Now, if you'll remember, I did this last week. Switches don't quite fit in the hole, so I gotta make them fit in the hole, make the hole a little bigger. I'll probably trim those too while I'm at it. So I shouldn't have to go up more up here. I'll have to trim some of this off and trim out here a little bit. Okay, so that fits now. So it came with these little self-tapping screws. Obviously, they'd probably self-tap great onto like a fiberglass boat or something like that. They will not self-tap into 16 gauge steel. Pop the screws through the gasket first. And this one won't quite sit because of the tube behind it. So we'll worry about that later. Probably want to do my final install. I'll probably just cut that screw a little shorter or something. We'll see. All right, and then here, this guy. So while he fits in there, it does need a couple screws holding it. So, see that? We got a couple screws that need to go in there. I wonder if it's possibly steel. I could just put some little tacks, some little welds on there. Alright, well, I welded in this ashtray. Horrible idea, at least in this position. As you can see, it warped the panel, and it looks like crap. That must be like stainless, and it's super thin, easy to burn through. So it was a pain in the butt. But it's in there, and warped, and definitely a downgrade. I'll have to do a lot of work to make that look good in the finishing process. One thing it did do though is it put my sides back in line when it shrunk everything. So brought this down, brought that. So that's not bad, I guess. All right, the next thing I wanted to do is start working my fenders. As you can see, I've got these two shifters hanging out here. So I looked at them. This appears to be steel. These are welded on. I'm gonna drill those off, put them on the other side, flip this around essentially. Obviously the cover won't flip, and neither will the plastic. So one of these isn't going to be so cool. It's probably going to be this one. I'll probably cut a piece off, keep this front plastic, do something different here, make a steel thing or something, I don't know. But it'll be on this side. And that way they can both be mounted to one with one bolt. And the reason I want to do that is because then I can make them take up a little less space and have them nice and neat, and probably hopefully try and mount them here, somewhere in here anyway, off of my fender. Because looking at it, there's really no good place for them here. I don't want them just bolted to the side, that would look cheesy. At least here they'll be off the part, but different, so whatevs. So now I got these. There's two of them here. They're just steel fenders for a trailer. I found them online. It was like 40 something bucks, I think, for the pair. So I got them. So obviously if they're up here, it'd be perfect radius. They're probably not going to be that high just because I don't want them to be. I also don't think I want them this wide because like this, they completely cover the tire, which doesn't look as cool. And I don't think I want them to go down or back as far. So we'll probably go something like this. And now you'll notice I also have this hanging out here. This was a motorcycle tire, or a motorcycle fender I ordered for the front of that bike when I got it started. But it didn't quite meet the specs that it said it was, so I used it to mold the back fender and just made my own for the front. So we've got this we can utilize. Oh yeah, beautiful. All right, now coincidentally, it appears that these might be the same radius. Not exactly. Which is still a little bigger than the tire, so that'll work great. It's just under 2.5. I need to get that curve to line up. So as I pull this out, it'll bring that in just a little bit. All right. All right, that's welded. Let's see what it looks like now. It's a little on the tight. Once I get this straight though, that won't be an issue. All right, now before we go too much further, or really any further, I'm gonna get the other one and I'm gonna get it up to this point. All right. All right, now they're both cut up. They're both the same. Just get this back edge straight and then start making all my fillers. Is this weak one in front of the bend. That's what happens when you do stuff by hand. So there we go. Perfect. All right, now I have them duplicated. Pew! Again, did the same thing, just did it again. Both of them. Now I need to start making my filler panels. So this will get lopped off. I'm gonna match this radius with a piece and have it bent and come straight out. All right, now what's gonna happen as this goes, it's not gonna follow the same curve. I'm gonna kind of bring it Shazam! So I know this is gonna have to go over because it's gonna have a little bit of a curve, right? So let's just give it a little bit and follow that line right there like that. All right, now let's make our filler. Alright, so I suppose I'll start welding. I'll get it tacked down here and along the back edge. And then I'll get the hammer and give it some hammering. Actually, let's tack it just there like that. Let's do that first. All right. Now see how it flares out a little bit? That's what I don't want. So I have to trim some more off. Yeah, I think that'll be pretty sweet, huh?
Totally.
All right, now let's get this other one closed up on the outside. All right, so I've got the fender duplicated. It looks like this comes in a little bit on this one, so I think I cut the angle a little much, but should work. Let's see, huh? All right, well, something like that's the idea for them. That way they go far enough back that it doesn't fling too much forward. They'll cover the front so nothing flings on my feetsies and the running boards. And I think they look pretty John Deere-y, the way John Deere usually has kind of their flat top on their modern stuff. Yes. New shiny headlights. Alright, today I want to close up the back of these and the inside, get them ready to mount. So, these did also come with these sweet skins for the inside. Super sweet, huh? Yeah. So, I'm gonna want to get them on there before I close it up. Reason being, I hope to use, since they're gonna be significantly smaller with this big lip and with the fender not coming all the way back around to here, I'm hoping that I'll have enough scrap from these to fill this. And I'll connect those dots then and here in a bit. There. Now, let's get these welded on. Alright, now with these welded in, you can see the actual gaps that I have to fill. So that's what I gotta do next. I need to go from here to here. So let's cut the back edge to a bit of an angle. Boom. If I can manage to form this, it should be a dang near exact sized piece. Alright, one needs to go this way and one needs to go the other way. We'll use this as a good reference. Nice, and same thing, I'll have to go just a little forward because this kind of curls down. Alright, I just need to get a little bit more angle on it. From somewhere in there. Money. Alright, we got one of them here welded up. Let's grind it smooth and then duplicate. Who would have thought? Alright, we're gonna do the same thing here. Alright, so now it's been duplicated. I have two. More than one. So, you can see what's left. I have this little corner to fill. It's not gonna be fun either. I'm gonna have to like take a piece and roll an edge in a curve. Alright, so now we want to roll this over. We're going to be able to trim some more off of it, I know that. So for now, let's just get started. Alright, now if I just trim all this to fit like that, it should fit. Alright, so I got one of these welded on here. Let's grind it somewhat smooth. See how it looks, huh? All in all, not too bad considering, huh? So, got a high spot here, low spot there. Hit with a hammer. Now I've got to do all that hammering stuff one more time. All right, so then I duplicated it. Look at that. They both are closed in. That was not fun. It's gonna need a little bit of Bondo again still, but I think these are looking pretty good, honestly. I'll have to make the mounts and all that another day, but I now have Fenders, and they'll get me started. All right, that's half the battle, having the parts. And that'll go something like that. And there you go. They look much better with their butts, don't they? So I'll probably end up trimming this back edge in a little bit. And I'll use some tubing on them to kind of make a kind of a frame to mount. And then probably bolt them to some threaded plates I'll put on the frame. That's the idea anyway. I guess the next time we'll see how that works out. As of now though, that's it for today, folks. See you next time.